Hello, welcome back to another episode of Second Act Travel. Come along with me. So as I further prep for the upcoming cruise that we're going on, this video is going to be about cruise essentials that I never cruise without. The first thing that I always have to worry about when I am cruising is the electrical outlets in the room for charging all of the things. So because I am now vlogging again, I have to make sure that I have enough to charge the batteries for my cameras and also, the things that I carry with me every day. I have my cell phone, my Apple Watch, and then Jenna is going to have her phone with her too, so we're going to have to make sure that we have enough to be able to charge all of the things that we need. I am bringing my regular DSLR camera that has a basic plug it in and charge. I do have an external charger for the batteries that I can probably plug in while I'm out on the ship and charge maybe one or two batteries while, we're not in the room. Same thing for my GoPro. I have an external charger for it charges two of my batteries at the same time, so I can get maybe carry two on me and charge two in the room at the same time. I'll have four batteries. That should last me for a full day. I also plan on getting like one of those little power banks. I think Anchor, it probably makes like the best ones. This way I can have something to plug in USB and USB-C so that I'm able to charge things like my watch, my cell phone, Jenna's cell phone, and we don't have to take up much spaces or take up many of the outlets. I think there's also one European plug in the Oasis interior room, and that's just what I'm basing this off of. I haven't heard anything about which room I'm getting. 3 American and 1 European, and I think I'll just get an adapter for the European one so that I could have 4 outlets in the room on top of whatever Anchor thing that I'm able to get. The next thing that I always bring with me are those little magnetic hooks. I like to put them on the walls because it's really easy to hang things like hats, my lanyard, any wet bathing suits that need to be dried. They're really good to have, and if you just hang them up on the wall, it makes them dry a little faster. Another thing for those magnetic hooks on the wall, it just creates more storage, and the staterooms are pretty small, so any kind of extra storage we can get, that'll be helpful. That's something that I'll definitely have in the room. Since charging is such a big thing, and I've already mentioned the charging that I'll be doing in the room, when I bring my stuff out, whether it's the cameras, my phone, and stuff like that, I also have like a portable charger brick that I'm gonna be bringing also, and that is another Anchor, like portable, just charges a couple of devices at a time, just in case anything ever dies. I always have that extra power, extra juice on me. It's something that I really like to have. I use it a lot when I'm in Disney World, but on a cruise it's a little different. I don't really go through my batteries as much as I do when I'm in Disney, but you have to be on the phone a lot more in Disney than you do on a cruise. The next thing that I always bring with me is comfortable walking sneakers. You do way more walking on the cruise than you think you're gonna do, especially these big ships. They're enormous, and it takes a while to walk from one end of the ship to the other. And sometimes, you're having fun in the aft of the ship and you have to go see a show that's in the front of the ship or vice versa. And you want to be able to be comfortable while you're walking because you're going to be on your feet for a lot of it. Another thing that I make sure that I always bring with me when I'm on a cruise, especially the ones that are going to these tropical locations, are all of my sunglasses. And even though I personally don't enjoy wearing hats, I still bring some just in case I'm on the pool deck and I really need to get some shade or get the sun off the top of my head. I do have black hair, so the sun bakes my head when I'm standing in it for too long. I do wear a hat every once in a while for that purpose. I have a ton of sunglasses. I don't know if it's just a sick obsession or what, but I'll insert a picture of them right now. As you can see, I have a variety to choose from. I'm not bringing all of those on the cruise, not even close. I think I'm just gonna bring probably 3, maybe a 4th. And that's probably still too much, but I like to have options. All right, so another thing that I always take on my cruise are the planned outfits. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I plan my outfits ahead of time, and that's on purpose. It does help with packing, and it also makes it a lot easier to choose what I'm wearing. Once I get on the ship, I really don't have to think much. I already have everything written down and I know what I'm wearing each night. I do like to participate in the theme nights because, hey, I want to enjoy the cruise while I'm on it, and they're offering these theme nights and I want to partake. I do like to get the pictures and everything like that, so it's a lot of fun to me, and I enjoy having the outfits for the cruise, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm dressed up for the cruise. Another thing that I find is essential that I always must bring on a cruise with me is hand sanitizer and the little sanitizer wipes. You're around a lot of people, and sometimes sicknesses can break out on cruise ships. I wash my hands as often as I can when I'm on a cruise ship, and having the hand sanitizer, it just seems like the smart thing to do. You touch a lot of surfaces, you touch a lot of glassware, especially if you have the drink package, and different forks and knives every night at dinner. So it's definitely something to me that I'm very conscious about, and I do not like germs. I do not like getting sick. Even though last week in the last video I was sick, I definitely have to have something. I wipe down surfaces. I'm constantly running hand sanitizer on my hands, and I'm sure Jen is going to appreciate that too. Another thing that it doesn't matter if it's a vacation on a cruise or to Disney or to Europe or just anywhere. I always bring this one thing. I'm kind of known for it in my family, and it really helps when I'm in Disney because you can pick me out of a crowd really easily when you see this item. But I have it here with me. It is my bright orange backpack. Yep, and you can see it's dirty, it's weathered, it's been used for many years. I love this backpack. It's Under Armour, I don't know, Storm I think it's called. But I've worn that backpack for forever. It's kind of like another piece of me. I actually almost named this channel the Orange Backpack because of it. I take it everywhere I go, especially travel. It's just easier for me to keep track of my stuff, and especially when I'm in Disney World, that is really easy to spot in a crowd of people. So my family's usually able to find me that way. So like I just mentioned, the other thing that I always carry with me is a book. Right now, this is the book I'm reading. It's just a topic I'm interested in and something that I've always been interested in. I bring this because when I'm sitting out in the solarium or by the pool deck or on the beach on the islands, I like to read. It's just a way that I relax, and I like to read and sit in the sun and just take in all the sounds around me while I'm reading. There's moments on the ship where I like to just disconnect, read my book, and relax. All right, and the final thing that I always take with me on cruises is a lanyard. Just like this, holds my SeaPass card. It's really easy to use, and it also disconnects down here so that when I do go to the bar or something and I'm getting a drink, I can just take this off, hand it to them, they give it back to me, and then I just clip it right back on and I can get into my room. Also, if I'm taking a picture or something and I don't want the lanyard on, that's what I have the backpack for. Take it off, put it right in the backpack for a second, and it just keeps everything nice and easy for me. But definitely something that I would suggest you get is something like this. It holds the SeaPass card and makes it a lot easier when you're on the ship to use the SeaPass card. Well, with that being said, we are done with this video, and we are that much closer to our cruise. And I hope this video is helpful for you in case you're planning a cruise and you need to think of some things that you want to bring on the cruise with you. These are the items that I always cruise with, and I could never imagine going on a cruise without. Thank you so much for coming along with me today. Wherever life takes us next, I'll see you there. Bye.